Dunjungle is a roguelite game developed by Bruno Bombardi and published by Astrolabe Games. Currently, at time of review, featuring a very positive review status on Steam with almost 250 reviews. Originally, when I first heard of the game, I thought it was related to Dunjungle, as that game also features a similar gameplay loop, but as it turns out, it's completely unrelated. First starting with the game, you're introduced to the mechanics in a fairly simple to understand tutorial section. You're taught how to move, jump, pick up items and equipment, use secondary items, dodge, drop down ledges, and so on. You're also introduced to various collectible items that appear during runs, including status buffs you can apply to weapons, and relics, which apply passive boosts to your character, but only for that specific run. There are also special attacks for each weapon, including rolling attacks and charging attacks, which can all be used situationally to change your attack pattern to deal with different enemies. The game definitely falls into the easy to learn but hard to master category, however, as while all the mechanics sound simple enough on their own, when you throw them all together, it produces a very fast-paced and chaotic experience that can be difficult to keep on top of, especially when you're dealing with multiple enemies at once, various environmental hazards, and such. Said hazards are tough but fair, however, and if you manage to shove an enemy into a spike pit or arrow trap, they're certainly in for a bad time. The game's difficulty is definitely part of its charm, however, with death being a frequent and oftentimes unavoidable part of the gameplay loop. Speaking of death, when your first failed run inevitably occurs, you're taken back to the main hub, from which we purchase most of our upgrades, including, at time of review, a huge plethora of weapons to unlock and collect, as well as several NPCs that offer various upgrades from health and amount healed to things like additional weapon choices at the start of your run. There are even unlockable costumes, though at time of writing I haven't managed to unlock any yet. To accompany the rather simplistic gameplay loop of monkey see, monkey hit, dodge, and monkey die, there is also a kill streak bonus which incentivizes haste, as the higher your kill streak gets, the more of a bonus you get to attack speed, movement speed, and cooldown reduction. It's worth noting, however, that you lose all of these bonuses on being hit, so it's important to be fast but not reckless, especially as your only reliable source of healing comes from a rechargeable amulet that charges over time with damage done. There is also random food drops from enemies and breakable environmentals, but you can't rely on these in a pinch. True to most roguelite games, this one also features bosses, two of which I have seen at time of writing. The first one being a giant frog named King Frogus, or Frogus, which features a lot of tongue-based attacks you have to dodge, and the second one being a jungle beast, which is some sort of feral creature that uses a lot of lunging claw attacks. On reaching phase 2 though, it's revealed to be some sort of rather cute, but still very deadly, werecat type creature. At time of writing, due to scheduling constraints, I have yet to finish a run, but I would absolutely recommend this to anyone who appreciates the roguelite genre. It's great as something you can pick up, spend 20 to 30 minutes on a run, and then put down easily. The only small complaint I've had so far is that the upgrades / level ups you can collect to power up with feel underwhelming, usually offering something along the lines of 3% damage or 1% critical hit, which feels rather negligible, but maybe they're intended to snowball into something larger in a longer run. One last important thing to note is that if you press the interact button, which defaults to RT on a controller, without anything interactable nearby, your character makes little monkey noises. And if that doesn't sell it for you, then you're a cold-hearted person indeed. Please like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video or found anything useful. See you all next time!